attitude is everything, isn't it? It's not just something that colors your day. It's the determining factor in how high or low you'll go in life. Your attitude is like the set of a sail. When the wind changes, the same wind blows on us all. The difference in where you end up isn't the wind, but how you've set your sail. And that sail, my friends, is your attitude. That's a life-changing thought. Think about it. The winds of difficulty, the winds of opportunity, the winds of failure. Everyone faces them. But what makes one man thrive and another struggle? It's the way each man thinks, feels, and acts in response to those winds. We don't control the wind. We can't stop economic downturns, personal losses, or unexpected circumstances from blowing through our lives. But what we do control is how we adjust. How you respond to the challenges is what makes all the difference. That's attitude. And your attitude will determine how high you fly or how low you fall. Someone once said, the same boiling water that softens the potato hardens the egg. The situation isn't what matters. It's the character you bring to it that decides the outcome. I used to think success was about talent. I thought the people at the top had some special gifts that the rest of us missed. But over time, I learned something. Talent will get you in the door, but it's your attitude that will keep you in the room. If you've got a lousy attitude, it doesn't matter how skilled you are, you won't go far. On the other hand, if you've got a positive, growth-oriented attitude, you can develop the skills you need along the way. Life isn't fair, but attitude makes the playing field a lot more even. Have you ever met someone who's good at what they do, but nobody can stand working with them? They're negative. They're a drain. They complain about everything. You don't need too many of those people in your life, do you? And if you've got that attitude, you've got to ask yourself, how much is that costing me? Some people don't realize it, but their attitude is like a price tag that hangs around their neck. It tells the world what they're worth, and the world responds accordingly. The good news is you get to choose that price every day. Now, here's the thing about attitude. It's not something you inherit, and it's not something someone gives you. It's a choice, and you have to make that choice every single day. That's the deal. You can't just say, well, I'll have a good attitude today, and it'll carry me through the month. No. You've got to get up every day, face the world, and decide, what kind of person am I going to be today? What kind of thoughts am I going to allow into my mind? Because your thoughts become your attitude, and your attitude becomes your behavior. And your behavior determines where you'll end up. Do you know people who wake up every morning already defeated? They hit the alarm clock and say, well, here we go again. Another day, another dollar. They're not just losing the battle for success. They're losing before they even start. Their attitude has already put them at the bottom of the hill, and now they've got to spend the whole day climbing. But someone else wakes up and says, today's a new day. I don't know what's coming, but I'm going to give it everything I've got. That person is starting the day on top of the hill, and every step forward is a bonus. The difference? It's not circumstances, it's attitude. Here's a truth I learned the hard way. Your attitude doesn't just affect you, it affects everyone around you. In a business, if the leader has a poor attitude, it trickles down through the whole organization. Have you ever walked into a company and you could just feel the negativity in the air? The employees aren't motivated. Customers feel unwelcome. It's like a cloud hangs over the place. And most times that starts at the top. But I've also seen companies where the leadership has an incredible attitude, one of energy, enthusiasm, and respect. And it filters down to everyone. You walk in and you feel the difference immediately. People smile, they're helpful, they want to be there. That's the power of attitude. It's contagious. So the question is, what kind of attitude are you spreading? Attitude also determines how you handle failure. And I'm telling you, if you're in the game of life, failure is going to come. Nobody wins all the time. But the key isn't in avoiding failure, it's in learning how to respond to it. Some people hit a wall and they stay there. They say, well, I guess this just wasn't meant to be. And they give up. But others hit the same wall. And instead of saying, this is the end, they say, all right, what's the lesson here? What can I learn? That's the winning attitude. They dust themselves off. They figure out what went wrong, and they try again and again and again if necessary. Success doesn't come from never failing. It comes from never giving up. Mr. Shoaff said, if you want to change your life, start with your attitude. At the time, I didn't really get it. I thought, what do my thoughts have to do with my circumstances? But he explained it to me. Kind of attitude that attracts good things. I don't know where you are in life right now. Maybe you're on top of the world and things are going great. Or maybe you're at the bottom and everything feels like a struggle. Wherever you are, I want you to remember this. Your attitude will determine what happens next. Not your situation, not your resources, not even your talent. Your attitude. It's the one thing you can control, no matter what's going on around you. And when you take control of it, when you decide to have a winning attitude, everything else begins to change. Maybe not all at once, but bit by bit, things start to shift in your favor. So here's my challenge to you. Start paying attention to your attitude. Catch yourself when you start thinking negative thoughts. Replace them with thoughts of possibility. When you feel yourself getting frustrated, take a step back and ask, what's the opportunity here? And when you interact with others, do it with kindness and respect. Because attitude isn't just about getting ahead. It's about how you live, how you contribute, and how you make others feel along the way. And if you do that, if you consistently choose a positive, empowering attitude, there's no limit to how high you can fly. And that's the thing, isn't it? The sky isn't the limit. Your attitude is.